History class wasn't always the most exciting, right? We all learned about big wars, famous kings, and major discoveries. But what if I told you history is filled with stories so strange, so bizarre, they sound like they're straight out of a fantasy novel? Today, we're diving into 4 hidden histories you definitely didn't learn in school. Get ready, because things are about to get weird. Our first story takes us back to 1518 in the city of Strasbourg. It all started with one woman, Frau Trophia, who stepped into the street and just started dancing. There was no music, no festival, just an uncontrollable urge to move. Within a week, dozens more had joined her. Within a month, hundreds were dancing uncontrollably in the streets. This wasn't a party, it was a nightmare. People danced until they collapsed from exhaustion. Some even died from heart attacks and strokes. The authorities were baffled. They tried everything from hiring musicians to play them out, to building a stage, thinking it was a fever that needed to be danced away. But nothing worked. This bizarre event became known as the dancing plague. To this day, historians debate the cause. Was it mass hysteria, a strange form of food poisoning, or something else entirely? Whatever it was, it remains one of history's most mysterious and unsettling episodes. Next, let's fast forward to the height of World War II. The United States Navy was desperate for an advantage, a way to make their ships invisible to enemy radar and, perhaps, even to the naked eye. This led to a top-secret project allegedly known as the Philadelphia Experiment. According to legend, in October 1943, the naval destroyer USS Eldridge was fitted with powerful electromagnetic generators. The goal was to bend light and radio waves around the ship, rendering it invisible. The story goes that the experiment worked, a little too well. Witnesses claimed the ship vanished in a flash of green light, only to reappear moments later hundreds of miles away in Norfolk, Virginia, before teleporting back. The supposed side effects on the crew were horrific, with tales of sailors fused to the ship's metal hull and others driven mad. While the U.S. Navy has always denied the experiment ever took place, calling it a hoax, the legend of the teleporting warship persists. It is a chilling reminder of how far we're willing to go in the name of science and warfare. From a naval mystery, we travel to the Australian outback for a war against birds. That's right. In 1932, after World War I, soldiers who had become farmers were facing a new enemy, a massive flock of over 20,000 emus. These giant birds were migrating and devouring their wheat crops during the Great Depression. The farmers, veterans themselves, appealed to the military for help. So, the Australian government declared war on the emus. They deployed soldiers armed with machine guns. It sounds like an easy win, right? Wrong. The emus proved to be surprisingly brilliant military strategists. They split into small groups, ran in unpredictable patterns, and were incredibly tough to bring down. The soldiers used thousands of rounds of ammunition, but managed to take out only a small fraction of the emu army. After a few humiliating weeks, the military withdrew. The emus had officially won the Great Emu War. It's a comical, yet true, story of man versus nature, where nature decisively came out on top. Our final story is one of literary defiance from the 19th century. Lord Byron, the famous Romantic poet, was a student at Cambridge University. The university had a strict rule: no dogs were allowed on campus. Byron, known for his rebellious spirit, found this rule utterly ridiculous. So he scoured the rule book looking for a loophole, and he found one. While dogs were explicitly forbidden, the rules said absolutely nothing about bears. So, what did Lord Byron do? He went out and bought a pet bear. He would walk his furry companion around the campus on a leash, much to the shock and horror of the university faculty. When confronted, he simply pointed out that there was no rule against it. The bear reportedly lived with him in his dorm room, and Byron even tried to get it a fellowship at the college. This is the ultimate story of creative rebellion and a brilliant example of the eccentric personalities that have shaped our history. So there you have it, for incredible stories that prove history is anything but boring. From dancing plagues to emu armies, the past is full of strange and wonderful tales that are often stranger than fiction. It makes you wonder what other hidden histories are just waiting to be uncovered. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the bizarre side of history. If you enjoyed these stories, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures into the unknown. Let me know in the comments which stories shocked you the most. See you next time.